Lesson 4. Fear. Bible quote. For what I fear comes upon me, and what I dread befalls me. End quote. That's Job 3:25. New American Standard Bible, 1995. I didn't think I had any fears to fight as I entered into the cage for the first time. I was just filled with uncontrollable anxiousness. Now that I look back, at the moment the referee said fight, and adrenaline dump set in, that is when fear creeped in. I feared I could not fight my fight because of my muscle fatigue. That is what I meant about it messed with my headspace in the last lesson. That wasn't the end of my fears in the first cage fight. The fears really kicked in when my opponent sat on top of me in the mounted position. As my opponent had the mount position, I saw his fist come back. At that moment, I felt fear of being ground and pounded, which is many punches to the head into the ground. Much like Ralphie punching the bully on the ground in the snow in that movie, A Christmas Story. As I brought my arm up to block the punch, I extended my arm too far, giving opportunity for my opponent to pull an armbar, which is an arm lock. Which he did grab my arm and pulled an armbar. I did get out of the armbar, but not without injury. My arm was hyperextended. Later in that round, I did get ground and pounded, which my newfound fear had come to life. I didn't know I feared getting punched into the ground until the possibility presented itself. After that match, I trained on how to defend that situation and overcome the fear of the matter. That fear of being ground and pounded came fast, and the fear became reality in less than 2 minutes. Your fears can come true, some faster than others. What we think about the most has a great record of coming true, even fear. Fear is real, and it can be debilitating. I remembered reading a book years ago, and I can't remember the title of the book or the author, but there was a story in the book where the author talked about how his dad always feared dying in the trunk of a car. Then one day, he accidentally locked himself in the car trunk and died, probably from panic, and used up all the oxygen in the trunk before someone found him. There is a story written by David Mickelson about a man who got locked in a freezer that was unplugged. Yet he imagined himself freezing to death. Even though the freezer never reached below 50 degrees, he still died from the results of his fears. Fear of a situation can be much worse than the situation that was feared. It is important to overcome your fears before your fears overcome you.